The bridge of the Defiance was quiet. Captain James Walker stared at the main screen. His eyes did not want to believe what they saw. Earth's mighty fleet, once 200 ships strong, was now just burning metal in space. "Status report," he said. His voice was firm, but inside, fear gripped his heart. Lieutenant Tom reported from his station. "Sir, we count over 300 Vorn ships. Our fleet it's gone, sir." James gripped the arms of his command chair. The Defiance had been far away, testing its new engines when the attack began. They had raced back, but they were too late. "The colonies?" James asked. Communications Officer Lisa shook her head. "All gone, sir. Mars fell 3 days ago. The moon base yesterday. Earth stands alone." A message flashed on the screen. Admiral Brooks, the last surviving fleet commander, appeared. His face was bloody, and smoke filled the view behind him. Defiance. This is direct order. Earth is lost. You must retreat. Take the ship beyond Vorn space. You carry our last hope, our new technology. That's an order, Walker. Save the ship. Save. The message cut off in static. The crew looked at their captain. James had served Earth for 20 years. He had followed every order. But now he looked at Earth, his home, with billions of people waiting to die. "Sir," said Marcus from Tactical, "the Vorn haven't seen us yet. Our stealth systems are working. We can still jump away." His voice was shaking. Dr. Emma Reed, chief engineer, stepped onto the bridge. Her hands were black with engine grease. "Captain, the Thanatos array is online. It's not stable, but it works." James looked at his crew, just 30 people on this test ship. The best minds Earth had, and the Defiance humanity's newest ship with technology the Vorn had never seen. "Navigation," James said, "bring us around to face the main Vorn fleet." Tom turned in shock. "Sir, that's against orders." James stood up. "Earth is still there. Our people are still fighting. I didn't spend my life defending humanity to run away when it matters most." He walked to the center of the bridge. "The Defiance isn't just a ship. It's the best we've ever built. We have the Thanatos array. We have the best crew." He looked at each person on the bridge. "One ship can make a difference." Emma spoke up. "Captain, the array is untested in battle. It might kill us all." James nodded. "Then we die trying. Better than living as cowards." He pointed at the screen. "Look, they're starting to bomb the cities. Are we going to watch?" The bridge was quiet. Then Lisa stood up. "I'm with you, Captain." One by one, each crew member nodded. They were afraid, but they would not run. "Battle stations," James ordered. "Power up all weapons. Dr. Reed, prepare the array." The Defiance hummed as its systems came to life. Its engines glowed blue against the darkness of space. "Sir," Marcus called out, "Vorn scout ships have spotted us. They're coming to investigate." On the main screen, 5 small enemy ships broke away from the attack on Earth. They were coming straight for the Defiance. James sat back in his command chair. His mind was clear now. Target the Lid Scout. Let's show them what one human ship can do. The weapons officer locked on. "Ready, sir." James took one last look at Earth, beautiful and blue, with the Vorn fleet like a cloud of locusts above it. "Fire," he said. The Defiance launched forward, its first shots blazing across space. The battle had begun. One ship against an empire. Impossible odds. But sometimes impossible was just another word for unstoppable. The first shot from the Defiance tore through the Lid Vorn scout ship like paper. The enemy vessel split in two, its strange green lights fading as it died in the cold of space. "Direct hit," Marcus called from the tactical station. The crew cheered, but it was short-lived. 4 more scouts incoming, he added quickly. And they've called for help. Bigger ships are coming. Captain James turned to Dr. Emma, who was working at her station. How's the Thanatos array? Emma's fingers flew over her controls. Sweat dripped down her face. It's charging, Captain. But it's not stable. The power core is heating up too fast. Down in the engine room, engineers rushed to keep the ship's systems running. The Thanatos array wasn't just any weapon. It was built to create tiny black holes, micro-singularities that could tear apart enemy ships. No one had ever used such a weapon in real battle before. 10 Vorn warships now heading our way, Marcus reported. His voice was steady, but his hand shook. We have maybe 5 minutes before they reach us. James stood up and walked to Emma's station. We need the array. It's our only chance against their main fleet. Emma looked up at him. Her eyes were red from lack of sleep. I can give you 1 shot. Maybe 2. Then the system will burn out. Or worse, the singularity could collapse back into our ship. 1 shot might be enough, James said. He squeezed her shoulder. Make it count. The ship shook as a Vorn scout hit them with a glancing blow. Alarms blared. Hull breach on deck 3, Tom shouted from his station. Emergency shields holding. James returned to his chair. Fire all conventional weapons. Keep them busy until the array is ready. The Defiance spun in space, its guns blazing. 2 more Vorn scouts exploded. But the bigger ships were almost here. The main Vorn fleet had noticed the fight and was turning away from Earth. It's working, Lisa said. They're coming for us instead of bombing the cities. James nodded. That was part of his plan. Draw them away from Earth. Give the planet time. The ship rocked violently as a Vorn blast hit them directly. Shields down to 40%. Tom yelled. We can't take another hit like that, Marcus warned. Emma's voice cut through the chaos. Thanatos array at 95% charge. Almost there. James looked at the main screen. The first wave of Vorn warships was nearly on them. Each one was 5 times the size of the Defiance. Their strange, bone-like ships looked like sea monsters from old Earth tales. Target the lead warship, James ordered. When the array is ready, hit it with everything we've got. Emma's station suddenly lit up green. Array ready, Captain. Fire, James commanded. The Defiance shuddered. The lights dimmed as power drained from every system into the array. A strange silence fell over the bridge. Then, from the front of the ship, a beam of pure black shot forward. It wasn't light. It was the absence of everything. A tear in space itself. The beam struck the lead Vorn warship. For a second, nothing happened. Then the massive ship began to collapse, as if being crushed by giant hands. It folded inward, smaller and smaller, until it vanished completely. The crew stared in shock. The Vorn ship stopped advancing. It worked, Emma whispered. Her screens were flashing red warnings. But the system is overheating. We can't fire again. James looked at the remaining Vorn ships. They were regrouping, unsure what had happened to their lead ship. They're afraid, James said. For the first time, they're afraid of us. The Defiance had shown the Vorn something new, a human ship that could fight back. And that was just the beginning. The bridge of the Defiance was quiet. Everyone was looking at the empty space where a massive Vorn warship had been moments ago. It was gone, completely gone. Status report, Captain James ordered, breaking the silence. Tom checked his screens. The Vorn fleet is holding position. They're not advancing, but they're not retreating either. The victory was short-lived. Emma's station suddenly sparked, and she jumped back. The array is fried, she reported. Power circuits are burned out. We can't use it again without major repairs. James nodded grimly. 1 shot was enough to get their attention. He turned to Lisa at communications. Any signals from the Vorn? Lisa adjusted her headset, listening carefully. Yes, sir. They're talking to each other. Their language is strange, but our computers are translating parts of it. Put it on speaker, James ordered. Strange clicking and humming sounds filled the bridge. Between the alien noises, the computer translated. Human vessel, unknown weapon, high command, harvest delayed. Lisa's face went pale. Sir, they're calling us cattle and meat bags. They're talking about harvesting humans for resources. The crew looked at each other in horror. This wasn't just a war. The Vorn saw humans as food, as things to be used. They're sending more ships, Marcus warned from tactical. At least 50 warships are changing course toward us. James stood up and walked to the center of the bridge. They've taken the bait. They're focusing on us instead of Earth. He turned to Tom at navigation. Plot a course away from Earth. Maximum speed. Tom looked confused. Sir, are we retreating? No, James said firmly. We're leading them away, drawing them off. He looked at the main screen where the Vorn ships were gathering. If they want us so badly, they'll have to chase us. Emma crossed the bridge to James's side. The main engines are still working, she said. But without the array, how do we fight them? James smiled slightly. Sometimes the best weapon is the enemy's pride. They're angry now. We hurt them. We surprised them. They'll follow us to prove they can't be beaten by one human ship. He turned to face his crew. Every minute they chase us is another minute Earth has to prepare. To evacuate people. To ready the remaining defenses. Lisa spoke up from her station. Sir, I'm picking up a transmission from Earth. Admiral Brooks is still alive. They're organizing a counterattack, but they need time. James nodded, and we'll give them that time. He returned to his chair, set course for the Procyon Nebula. The crew looked surprised. The Procyon Nebula was a dangerous place, full of radiation and strange energy fields that could damage ships. The nebula? Tom asked. Our shields are already damaged. We might not survive in there. The Vorn won't expect it, James said, and the nebula might give us an advantage. Their ships are bigger, less maneuverable. Emma's eyes widened suddenly. The nebula's radiation. It might help us restart the array. James smiled at her. Exactly. The Defiance turned and shot forward, its engines glowing brightly. Behind it, the Vorn fleet began to move. They're following us, Marcus confirmed. All of them. On the main screen, Earth grew smaller as they raced away from it. The blue planet was safe, at least for now. Maximum speed, James ordered. Let's show them how fast a human ship can run. The Defiance streaked across space, a small dot of light with a swarm of Vorn ships in pursuit. One small ship drawing a deadly enemy away from home. The real fight was just beginning. The Defiance raced through space with the Vorn fleet close behind. Captain James watched the enemy ships on the main screen. They were gaining. Time to the nebula, he asked. Tom checked his navigation panel. 15 minutes, sir. But the Vorn will catch us before then. James nodded. He had expected this. Prepare for combat maneuvers. We need to slow them down. The ship shook as the first Vorn shots hit their rear shields. Shields at 30%. Marcus called out. We can't take much more of this. James leaned forward in his chair. Tom, execute maneuver Sigma. Tom's eyes widened. Sigma? That's never been tested at full speed. Now is a good time to try, James said calmly. Tom took a deep breath and entered the commands. The Defiance suddenly cut its engines and flipped backward, now facing the oncoming Vorn fleet. For 3 seconds, the human ship and the alien fleet raced toward each other. All weapons, fire, James ordered. The Defiance unleashed everything it had. Laser cannons, missiles, and plasma guns lit up space. The front line of Vorn ships, not expecting this move, flew straight into the barrage. 3 exploded instantly. Before the Vorn could react, Tom fired the engines again. The Defiance shot upward, perpendicular to their original course, then looped around behind a group of enemy ships. Again, James commanded, "Target their engines." The Defiance fired another volley, hitting the vulnerable rear sections of 2 more Vorn ships. In the engine room, Emma worked frantically, rerouting power to keep up with Tom's extreme maneuvers. The ship wasn't built for this kind of stress. Warning lights flashed all around her. "Engine core temperature critical," she reported over the comm. "We need to slow down." "Not yet," James replied. "Just a little longer." The Defiance spun, dodged, and attacked like a dancer among giants. The Vorn ships, built for power rather than speed, struggled to keep up with the nimble human vessel. Lisa monitored the Vorn communications. "Sir, they're confused. Their ships are getting in each other's way. They don't understand how we're moving like this." James allowed himself a small smile. The Vorn fought as a hive, thinking together. They weren't used to a ship that moved unpredictably. But the advantage couldn't last. A lucky shot from a Vorn cruiser hit the Defiance directly. The bridge exploded in sparks. A support beam crashed down, nearly hitting James. "Hull breach on deck 2. Tom shouted over the alarms, life support failing in sections 3 through 7. James steadied himself against his chair. "Seal those sections. Reroute life support power to engines." "Sir," Marcus said, his voice shaking, "there are people in those sections." James closed his eyes for a moment. They knew the risks when they stayed. We all did. The weight of command had never felt heavier. "Seal the sections." Marcus reluctantly followed orders. On the damage display, red sections of the ship went dark as air was cut off to save power. "Nebula in sight," Tom reported. The view screen showed a vast cloud of glowing gases ahead. The Defiance was badly damaged now. Pieces of its hull floated behind it like a trail of breadcrumbs. But it was still moving, still fighting. "Full speed into the nebula," James ordered. As they approached the swirling clouds, Emma's voice came over the comm. "Captain, the nebula's radiation is already affecting our systems. I think I can use it to restart the array." James nodded. His plan was working. "Do it, Doctor. We'll hold them off as long as we can." The Defiance plunged into the nebula, trailing smoke and debris. The Vorn fleet followed, their bone-white ships like sharks sensing blood. The gauntlet had been run. Now the real battle would begin. Inside the Protean nebula, the Defiance slowed its pace. Purple and blue gases swirled around the ship, making it hard to see far ahead. The radiation levels were rising. "Status report," Captain James said, wiping blood from a cut on his forehead. "Not good," Tom replied from navigation. "Engines at 40% power, shields at 15%. He looked up at James. "We lost 12 crew members in the sealed sections." The bridge was silent for a moment. 12 souls. 12 friends. "They didn't die for nothing," James finally said. "Their sacrifice bought Earth time." He turned to tactical. "Marcus, where are the Vorn?" Marcus studied his screens. "Following us in, sir, but they're moving slower. The nebula is affecting their sensors too." Down in engineering, Emma worked with her remaining team to fix the Thanatos array. The room was hot from damaged cooling systems, and sparks rained down from exposed wires. "Hand me that coupling," she told her assistant, pointing to a twisted piece of metal. As the assistant passed it to her, Emma's scanner beeped. She checked the readings and gasped. "The nebula radiation. It's actually stabilizing the array's power core." Back on the bridge, Lisa monitored Vorn communications. "Sir, they're spreading out to find us. Their ships are having trouble staying together in this gas." James nodded. This was their chance. "Tom, take us deeper into the nebula. Find the densest part. The Defiance moved slowly through the colorful clouds. The radiation made the ship's lights flicker. Suddenly, the ship rocked violently. "We've been hit," Marcus shouted. "Vorn cruiser at 3 o'clock." Before James could respond, another blast struck the bridge. A support beam broke loose and crashed down, pinning James to his chair. He cried out in pain. "Captain!" Lisa rushed to help him. "Stay at your post," James ordered through gritted teeth. His leg was crushed, but he remained conscious. Status of the Vorn. 3 ships closing in, Marcus reported. "More on the way." Emma's voice came over the comm. "Captain, the array is back online. The nebula radiation worked better than I hoped. But," she hesitated, "it's still not stable. We can fire once. Maybe. Then it will either burn out or—" She didn't finish the sentence. Everyone knew what she meant. The ship could be destroyed by its own weapon. James tried to move but couldn't. His leg was trapped. "Get me a direct line to engineering," he told Lisa. When Emma answered, James spoke clearly, despite his pain. "Dr. Reed, we have 1 shot. Make it count." "Yes, sir," Emma replied. "But we need to be deeper in the nebula for maximum effect. The radiation here isn't strong enough yet." James looked at Tom. "You heard her. Take us in deeper." Tom nodded and guided the damaged ship further into the nebula's heart. The gases outside grew thicker, the colors more intense. The Vorn ships followed, firing whenever they caught glimpses of the Defiance. Shields failing. Marcus warned as another hit rocked the ship. James, still pinned under the beam, called out, "Emma, status of the array." "Almost ready," she replied. "Just a few more seconds." The main screen showed the Vorn fleet closing in from all sides. They had found the Defiance and were moving for the kill. "Now or never," James said, blood dripping down his face. "Fire the array." In engineering, Emma took a deep breath and pressed the activation sequence. The ship's lights dimmed as power flowed to the weapon. Array firing in 3, 2, 1. The Defiance shuddered as the power of the cosmos gathered at its bow. The turning point of the war had arrived. The Defiance began to glow with a strange light. It wasn't coming from the outside. It was coming from within the ship itself. The metal of the hull seemed to bend and warp, as if reality itself was changing around it. On the bridge, the crew watched in silent awe. None of them had seen the Thanatos array at full power before. "What's happening?" Lisa whispered. Marcus checked his readings. "The array is creating micro-singularities all around the ship. Tiny black holes that exist for just a fraction of a second." Captain James, still pinned under the beam, saw the nebula outside start to swirl toward the ship. The colorful gases spun faster and faster, pulled by the array's power. In engineering, Emma worked desperately to keep the weapon stable. Warning lights flashed all around her. Power levels exceeding safety limits. She shouted into her comm. "The array is drawing energy directly from the nebula." The Vorn ships, seeing the strange effect, began to retreat. But it was too late. "The array is ready to fire," Emma called. "Do it," James ordered. Emma pressed the final control. For a moment, nothing seemed to happen. Then the light around the Defiance collapsed inward, concentrating at the front of the ship. A beam of pure darkness shot forward, not energy, not matter, but the absence of everything. It struck the nearest Vorn ship and simply erased it from existence. No explosion, no debris. It was simply gone. But the beam didn't stop. It continued onward, growing wider. The next Vorn ship vanished too. Then another, and another. "It's working," Tom shouted. On the tactical display, Marcus watched in disbelief as Vorn ships disappeared one after another. "The effect is spreading through their fleet. It's like a chain reaction." Each destroyed ship seemed to add power to the array. The beam grew stronger, feeding on the energy released by the vanishing Vorn vessels. Inside the Vorn fleet, panic spread. Their hive mind, used to perfect unity, was overwhelmed by a new sensation. Fear. Their ships tried to flee in all directions, but the dark beam followed, consuming everything in its path. The Defiance shuddered violently. Parts of the hull began to break away. The ship can't take much more, Emma warned. The array is too powerful. James, fighting through his pain, made a decision. Focus all power to the array. Give it everything we've got. Sir, Tom protested, that could destroy us too. Maybe, James agreed, but it will definitely destroy them. Emma redirected the last of the ship's power to the weapon. Life support failed. Emergency lights went out. The only illumination on the bridge came from the strange glow of the array. Outside, the beam of darkness expanded further, sweeping through the Vorn fleet like a scythe. Ships vanished by the dozens. The mighty alien armada, which had seemed unstoppable just hours ago, was being erased from existence. Through the pain and the chaos, James smiled. Earth would be safe. Humanity would survive. And the Vorn would learn that humans were not easy prey. The Defiance began to break apart as the array's power tore at its structure. Metal plates peeled away from the hull. Air escaped from new breaches. Shut it down, Tom called to Emma. We're coming apart. But Emma's voice was calm when she answered. I can't shut it down. It's beyond my control now. The Defiance was dying. But in its death throes, it was destroying an empire. The last thing James saw before the bridge view screen cracked was the Vorn flagship, massive and bone-white, being consumed by darkness. One human ship had turned the tide of battle. One weapon had changed the course of the war. The Defiance had become truly unstoppable. Darkness, then a spark of light. Captain James opened his eyes. He was surprised to be alive. The bridge of the Defiance was barely recognizable. Most of the ceiling had collapsed. Wires hung down, sparking occasionally. The air was thin and cold. Status report, he croaked, his voice weak. His leg was still pinned, but the pain had faded to a dull throb. A shape moved nearby. It was Lisa, her face streaked with blood and dirt. Captain, you're alive. She moved closer, stepping carefully over debris. The ship? James asked. Barely holding together, Lisa said. Life support is running on emergency power. We have maybe 6 hours of air left. James tried to move and winced. The crew. Lisa's eyes filled with tears. 17 left, sir, out of 30. Too many lost. James closed his eyes for a moment, honoring their sacrifice. The Vorn, he finally asked. Lisa's expression changed. A smile broke through the grime on her face. Gone, sir. The array destroyed almost their entire fleet. The few ships that survived fled the nebula. James couldn't believe it. All of them. How? Tom appeared from the shadows of the bridge, limping but alive. The array created some kind of chain reaction. Each Vorn ship it destroyed added to its power. Dr. Reed thinks the nebula amplified the effect beyond anything we expected. Emma, she's alive? James asked hopefully. Tom nodded. Injured, but alive. She's working to keep the engines online. Marcus joined them, his arm in a makeshift sling. Sir, we're receiving transmissions from Earth. The Admiral is requesting status updates. James nodded. Help me up. Together, Lisa and Tom carefully lifted the beam off James's crushed leg. He bit back a cry of pain as they propped him up against a broken console. Open a channel to Earth, he ordered. The main screen was cracked, but still functional. After a moment of static, Admiral Brooks appeared. He looked tired but alert. Defiance. Captain Walker, is that you? The Admiral asked, squinting at the damaged bridge. "Yes, sir," James replied. "Mission accomplished. The Vorn fleet has been destroyed." The Admiral's eyes widened. "Destroyed? All of it? By one ship?" James nodded. "The Thanatos array worked, sir, better than we ever imagined. It created a chain reaction in the nebula that wiped out most of their fleet." The Admiral shook his head in amazement. "The colonies are already responding. Mars and Luna bases report Vorn ships retreating. You've turned the tide of the entire war." "Send help if you can, sir," James said. "We're in bad shape. Life support failing. Many casualties. Rescue ships are already on the way," the Admiral assured him. "Just hold on." After the transmission ended, James turned to his remaining crew. "Record everything. All data about the array, about the Vorn, about what happened here. If rescue doesn't reach us in time, this information needs to survive." As the crew worked, James recorded one last message. His voice was weak but determined. "This is Captain James Walker of the Earth, Ship Defiance *. To all who would threaten humanity's existence, we will never surrender. We will never stop fighting. One ship, one weapon, one crew can make a difference. Remember the Defiance *. Remember that humans are unstoppable." The message was sent, broadcasting across all known space. In the hours that followed, the crew of the Defiance * waited. Some slept. Some prayed. Some worked to keep the ship alive just a little longer. As air grew thinner, James looked out at the nebula through a cracked viewport. The clouds of gas now seemed peaceful, beautiful even. They had done it. They had saved Earth. The price had been high, but worth paying. In the distance, a small light appeared, then another, and another. Rescue ships were coming. The Defiance * had completed its mission. Humanity would live on. And somewhere out in the darkness of space, alien civilizations were spreading the word. Beware the humans. Even one of their ships is unstoppable.